Welcome to the beginning of tape number 1. As you can see, I believe my wings have a quarter twist in them on my Trainer 60, and I'm going to have to cut them apart. So I figured I'd tape this just to show what it looks like to cut a perfectly good wing in half. Let's begin. Okay, here we go. Need a sharper blade here. We are proceeding. I've gained the I don't give a shit attitude. Now all hell's gonna break loose. Well, I split its gut. Split its gut. be a lesson to you. Join it right the first time. There you go. One wing cut in half. Isn't all that painful. Sure gonna be a drag to put that together. But shit happens. Well, we're back from the old hobby store, Tim's Bike Shop. Went and got some 5-minute epoxy. We're going to attempt to put these wings back together the right way. Although this is the wrong way, but now we're resetting them the right way. I got some new 5-minute epoxy I'm not sure about. 5-minute quick cure. I guess we're going to find out if it's worth his shit. It's got Tim's name on it. They usually use DevCon, but he didn't have any. So, I'm going to have to get the airplane out here and actually remock up my locations because I already have my wing mounting bolts already pre-drilled in the wings. So I have to try and maintain the alignment of the wing mounting bolts, but just reset the angle of attack in dihedral. Everything else should fall into place, hopefully. But we shouldn't have a problem. Just a bummer I had to cut them in half. I cut my glass, I cut everything I had structurally. Kind of weakened it doing this, but we'll see if we can't do our best to get at least 85% of the strength back. It's just that when I go to floats, you never know. Nothing like a little AC/DC. Get the old fuselage out here. And, reset ourselves. I normally do this downstairs, but I'm expecting a landlord, so I've been kind of keeping things upstairs for right now. We got a leaky ceiling. Okay, now this is how I'm going to have to reset this back up. Now that I already have my wing bolts already mounted, I need to put some cellophane up underneath this. I'll be right back. Okay, hopefully you're catching all this here. We're going to have to work on the lighting a little bit here. I think we got pretty good lighting. Oh. Nothing like a little DC to well, we just wasted a little bit of saran wrap here, but you know, this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna use the old cellophane. This is all made up bullshit. Most of this hobbyist trial and error on your own. don't you like listening to people's bullshit? Everybody's got an opinion. I have mine, that's what counts. This is how I think I'm going to attempt it. Let me get all this shit off this table. By the way, this table, if you notice, is the door. The best thing you can use. Don't be building an airplane on it unless it's a scrap door, but you need a real straight surface really quick. Take a door off. Pretty accurate. Oh my god. I don't know. Compromise. How the hell am I gonna reset the dihedral on this shit? We're sitting at about 8.5 high. 8.5. So resetting dihedral might be just a tad bit tricky, unless, why don't you just reset instead of going like this? That's why. So now I gotta worry about resetting them damn wing bolts. That's, otherwise you could just rejoin them like I originally did, but wing bolts came after that fact, after the first wing join, not before. So this is now reversing the process, and this is bullshit. God damn it! Shit. This is what's so fun about the hobby. What's so fun about the hobby. We'll get back together with you on that. The thing about this is, now that I'm rejoining this after the fact and doing it all over again, now I have to reset the entire wing. This is what I got myself into. You have to reset everything. You have to reset all pinpoints. Wing tips to tail, wing tips to nose, center point of thrust. Oh, right on. REO Speedwagon, man. take me a while to reset everything right here before I feel brave enough to throw any 5-minute epoxy in there. So we'll film after that. Except it ain't gonna work. It isn't gonna work. So now what I'm gonna have to do turn down whoever's daddy is. And I'm going to have to deal with them as wings rather than part of the fuselage. I can't worry about the wing mounts, the bolts. All I can do is try and get them as close as possible. All I'm looking to do is just a slight shift from where I was. So hopefully things will stay just in enough alignment where maybe I'll have to clean them up. But that ain't gonna work. Okay, resetting the wing now as a wing itself. It's gonna take me a little while to strap this down. Use masking tape, it's your best friend. Okay, this is where I got off when I started setting the saddle for these wings on the fuselage, and I couldn't get these wings to sit in the fuselage saddle. They sat in the saddle fine, it's just that I had a twist in the wing. This is where I got my twist. This wing tip out here compared to this wing tip over here previously was 1/4 of an inch difference. That was quite a twist as far as I was concerned. That's the only thing that I could find wrong, so I decided to go ahead and cut them in half and try it again. Otherwise I was just going to end up I was going to have a good trim out. That was kind of, it was getting to be obvious I was going to have a good trim out. So I have my dihedral set. I have the wings basically where they're at. I'm going to reset the trailing edges and the leading edges. And throw some 5-minute epoxy in there and lock them there. And hopefully join them back together and finish them up that way. We'll see if it works out that way. Having to come up with another scenario of joining these wings. Got a problem with the servo mount that I had on there being in the way. Want to make sure I get my proper dihedral set back in these wings. Gotta take these off and come up with a solution on the aileron rigging here because I can't just hack that off. I ain't gonna hack it off. So we're gonna reset ourselves up again. Doing a little sanding. It's the best way I can get it off. Quickest way. Use a sanding disc on my trusty old Makita. And like takes it off pretty quick.